Welcome to Coffee with Cathy, poured by Common Ground Healthcare Cooperative. I'm your host, Pat Miller, the Idea Coach. This is a special podcast series to cover a really important decision. How do you select your healthcare coverage for you, your family, and your business? Fortunately, we have an expert to answer all of our questions. Let's welcome the star of the show, Cathy Mahaffey, the CEO of Common Ground Healthcare Cooperative. Cathy, great to see you today. How are you?
I'm doing great today.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We're talking to small business owners and individuals who need to get healthcare insurance today. Because if I'm walking around right now and I don't have healthcare insurance, what would you say?
I'd say get some health insurance. And seriously, that's the thing, right? At any point in time, we think that we're pretty healthy and we're not going to get sick and we're okay. But anything can happen. I mean, one night a couple weeks ago, I was cooking dinner and I sliced my finger on a mandolin and I ended up in the emergency room on a Sunday night. So we don't want that to happen to people where they're left holding the bill. And it's tough, right? Health insurance does cost money, but that bill from the emergency room is much, much larger than what a health insurance premium is going to cost you. So people really need to get health insurance.
And that's the sad reality. Someone sees maybe a premium and they think, I can't afford that. But it's really a situation of you can't afford not to.
Absolutely. That's what we think. I mean, it is tough. I agree with affordability. Now, the Affordable Care Act has made insurance more affordable. Most of our members qualify for premium assistance, but I know that that's still the first consideration. But I really can't tell people enough how important it is to have health insurance for those unpredictable things that ultimately happen to all of us.
Yeah. As a card-carrying member of the Common Ground Healthcare Cooperative, that premium assistance that comes through the marketplace, it's a game changer because when we first needed it, there's no way we could have afforded it without that premium assistance. So when people call and talk with you, is that something that they didn't realize, or is that something that helps bring coverage closer than it would have been?
Yeah, people don't realize that. I think there's still a lot of people out there that don't realize that they could qualify for some premium assistance. In fact, 87% of our members qualify for some assistance. So we always tell people, just go look, just go check and see if you qualify, because it is a significant help in affordability.
Let's talk about business owners, because if you're walking around without healthcare, you're putting your personal family at risk. If you're leading an organization with employees and not offering them healthcare, you may hold back the growth of your company and the care for your employees, right?
Absolutely. It's the labor market's tough, right? And I don't think it's going to get any easier anytime soon. And really, it's become an expectation, for employees they really need that health insurance. And if they can get it through their employer, where the employer is offering some expertise in terms of making sure they're making the right selection of the company and the plan, and providing some assistance to employers, generally pay at least half of the premium. It's really important. It's important to retain your employees and attract employees. And I think it just, helps with the culture, that you really can tell your employees, we care about you. We care about your well-being, and we want to, help contribute to that.
Yeah, you said well-being, and I think that's interesting because it can be more than just broken arms. When you offer health insurance to your people, it proves that it's not just crisis, it's actually how they lead their life outside of the business.
Absolutely. Really what we want in healthcare is it to be more where you're taking care of yourself. You're getting all that preventive care that you need. And instead of having a sick healthcare system, we have more preventive. And so what happens if there isn't health insurance available, then people put off all those preventive services. And then when they do get sick, it's much more severe. So, if the employer offers health insurance, and again, it can really contribute to the overall well-being of their staff.
You get the chance to talk to small business owners that offer health insurance for their people. Where should they think about health insurance in their overall operations? Like, where do benefits fit in to that economic decision to offer it for the team?
Yeah, there's no doubt, again, we just said this, that health insurance is expensive. And so that's sometimes what holds employers back from, just the pure expense of it. But I think that is just really critical. I mean, we always talk about total rewards, right? Then looking at these things in silos, like your pay, your benefits, all of that. The total rewards, what kind of package do you really want to offer your employees? And I think if you can take that kind of mindset, that perspective, it kind of helps the employer really justify that offering.
And if we think about the day-to-day operations, one of the most expensive things that can happen to you is someone leaving, because you lose the productivity and the expense to go find another great person, and then the training time to get them up to speed. If you can do something that helps them stay and decide that you're the employer of choice, it's a big benefit for a small business. So if you're an independent person and you don't have health insurance, or you're an employer and you don't have health insurance, and now they know about Common Ground Healthcare, how do you start the process? What's the first thing you should do if you're thinking, okay, finally, I'm going to get it? How do I start the process?
Right, absolutely. Well, there's a few ways for people or small businesses to go about that. A lot of our small businesses work with insurance agents or brokers. And these are folks that have expertise. They speak the lingo. They know all the ins and outs of the options. And so we really support our insurance agent and brokers, that community. They provide high value really to the small business owner. The small business owner is an expert at their business, but not in health insurance. So that is one avenue for a small business owner to find an insurance agent. And we can certainly make some recommendations and help small businesses. We're also, though, happy to have the small business call us direct. We love any chance we get to sit down with a small business owner and educate them, inform them, and show them options. So, really, there's expertise out there. I don't want the small business owner to think this is intimidating and overwhelming, because there's just so much help out there.
I know it's important to you that your staff is taking care of your members. How do you make sure that your brokers and your agents are trained and up to speed, and they carry that heart of the teacher that you would have when you're talking with your members one-on-one?
Yeah. So agents and brokers are just a key stakeholder for us. We value them, and we try to give them just the great service too. We treat them just like a customer, just like our members. And so we've worked really hard over the last 11 years to establish those relationships, to make sure we keep them informed, to add some value to them too, keep them informed about what's going on, whether it's the political environment or other things that they may need to know about that they don't. And, we want to really give them great service, because, they're handling a lot of different clients and they rely on us to come through for them. So that putting members first philosophy, I think that comes through right to the brokers and agents.
If you're enjoying today's conversation, great news. This is a podcast series to help you answer your questions around healthcare coverage. And we want to answer those questions on the show. So drop us a line. Do it via email, marketing@commongroundhealthcare.org. And if you want more information on Common Ground Healthcare Cooperative, you can visit their website, commongroundhealthcare.org. I'm Pat Miller, the Idea Coach, host of Coffee with Cathy. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.